Okay, so I might start recording my dreams on here. So here's a dream I had. I dreamt that me and my son were visiting this weird hotel, and somehow we ended up down in this lower sanctum of the building, and there was some fish tanks, and I was looking at the fish, and I was wanting to feed the fish, and I was looking through stuff looking for fish food, and I was afraid that someone would see me and be like, "Hey, what are you doing down here? This isn't your property. These aren't your fish." But I didn't care. I just wanted to feed the fish. And then I wandered off to this pool, and I saw that in the pool there was a goldfish. So I jumped into the pool and grabbed the goldfish, and there was this weird little snaky thing swimming around in the pool. It was real tiny. And in the dream I kept calling it a skein. Anyways, and then I went to go put the goldfish in with these other fish, and I noticed two of them were young koi fish, and the rest were like different kinds of goldfish, like like interesting ones, like this guy. And I think it's because I need to clean their tank. That's why I dreamed this. It doesn't look as bad in real life. It just looks way hazier through this right now. Everything looks hazy through this right now. But anyways, and then all of a sudden I had all these fish that looked like that guy in my hand too, and so I dropped them all into the tank, and I was worried that they might not get along. And then I found some fish food. I was feeding the fish, and then I was looking at another tank I found with this tiny little fish in it. Tiny little fish, but the tank was so dirty, and I was like, oh my god, these poor things. And then this guy comes out of nowhere, and he starts yelling at me. He says, "What do you think you're doing down here? Are you trying to steal lungfish? You trying to steal the lungfishes?" And I was like, what the heck? And I was like, no, I was just feeding the fish, and I didn't want him to notice that I had rescued some fish from the pool and put them in the other tank. And then he started, my son was next to me all of a sudden, Andy, who's 5 years old, and he was like, "You bitches, get out of here, you bitches." And I was like, in the dream, I was like, "Whatever, you bitch. You're a bitches," or something like that. And then sometimes I call my son Little Britches. So I said, "Come on, Little Britches." And I said, "Bye, bitches," to that guy. And then I walked in through these doors, but I noticed that we were going in deeper into this like warehouse type of thing, and I was like, oh crap. And the guy was real mad, muttering, swearing, and I knew me and him had to get out of there in case he got violent. And then I woke up. So that's my dream diary for December 28, 2019. Love you guys.